Hello boys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu run. So, I haven't really came back to this in a while. We were able to finish the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu run with just our boy Pikachu, which I think is really cute. And now we're going to trigger the endgame content just so I can have a little bit fun. Now, there are a couple of things that I do want to run over. So, first off, Professor Oak comes and tells you about something. Good to see you. He's waiting on the Route 5th. Ooh, so we get items from playing. Here's the... So, yeah. Hoke actually came and talked to me when I first began the game, but I didn't really get a chance to do it because the game actually auto-saves when I get into a certain part. And I just wanted to know that apparently Pikachu really loves you. You can really trust each other. Thanks. Alright. So, the first thing we should probably do is actually play with Pika. I've never been able to, and he has a friend present for me. Okay, we're gonna do partner play. Alright, we need to feed him something. I remember this was really hard to do for some reason. Let's feed him a few mix of things. So all of that, by the way, was what he gets for helping me take down so that's what he gets basically for doing really well and helping me take down the Elite Four. That's what I did that for. Oh, and yes, I didn't actually grind Pikachu up at all, unlike my other Pokemon. I didn't really have a chance to really do that. We got. Don't you have to go into here to like use a Sky Dish? Okay, so now we obviously want to... Probably should walk it around next. But, okay. I haven't really talked much about this for quite a while. It's been a long time since I played, but yeah, we basically went through and beat the entire game. And the game went back to the old look of Pokemon X and Y. Yes, we obviously need to actually look at this. I completely forgot to look at this last time because these are actually really good moves that you can learn. Eevee gets it a little bit better because he doesn't actually get an electric type move before, but I think the first thing I should do is go over all of these moves first, since they technically should have been allowed in a playthrough, but I forgot them anyways, so I guess I'll get them on my Pikachu now. We'll start with Floaty Fall. Floaty Fall is a flying type move. The user floats in the air, then dives at a steep angle to attack the target. That's 90 power, not bad. This may also make the target flinch. that's going to probably replace double kick, because double kick's really crappy. I'm not gonna actually get Zippity Zap, but I could have easily probably got it early on and then later replaced it with Thunderbolt. Then next is Splishy Splash, which, yep, just as I thought. I could have easily destroyed a lot more of the Pokemon if I had this. Splishy Splash. The user charges a huge wave with electricity. It hits the opponent Pokemon with this wave. This may also leave the opponent Pokemon with Paralyze. We're going to replace Double Team with that. I actually wasn't able to make use of Double Team in the playthrough. I always tried so hard to like use it, but really I should have just done that. Now obviously we need to find a trainer to face probably next, because we never really got around to facing him. Now I don't really have time to teach Zippity Zap to Pikachu, because yeah, just like I thought, it's actually pretty weak though. Oh, but the move always goes first, so it's actually better than Quick Attack. Interesting. So Pikachu, from what I heard, does not learn the best moves, except for, of course, Splishy Splash. Splishy Splash is amazing on... Actually would have made a lot of the ground-type battles a lot more easier, but... well, I guess it added an additional challenge. Okay, so I'm gonna actually stay around for a little bit, because... So, you see that mysterious cave you saw over there from before that we couldn't go into? Well, now you can go into the Cerulean Cave. Now that you've finished off a couple of things. The Cerulean Cave we can go into now, and that's probably actually going to be our first destination here. Because obviously, I think it wouldn't be fair if we didn't show how to catch Mewtwo. I didn't see if I actually got a Master Ball or not, but I'm going to actually check my bag right now. I have not been in my Catchy pocket in a long time. Okay, yeah, I do have a Master Ball. So I'll probably use it on Mewtwo, but oh well. Now, I don't want to just lose my Pokemon immediately again. So I will kind of adjust the party a little bit. Because now that I finished the actual challenge, I can actually bring whoever the heck I want. So we're gonna bring Pidgeot. I always liked having Pidgeot in the party. And then Lapras is usually pretty broken. We'll add him. None of them will actually be really good yet, but we can add more as we go on. We don't have a fire type, so we're gonna put in Rapidash as well. And then we need a dragon. Oh yeah. We don't have a dragon yet. Oh wait, no, what am I doing? I'm going to just replace whatever that fire type was. We're gonna actually just put in our free starters right now. May as well grind them up while we're here. Yeah. I'm not in the mood to use a good team right now, because almost all of my Pokemon need grinding, but... Yeah, I will put on a second Pokemon just in case something happens, but... yeah. I'm not gonna really use much. Oh, so there's Masters now. Yeah. So, because this game forces you to catch a lot of species, I was actually interested in doing a completely different challenge where I actually go through and literally catch every single Pokemon that I'm able to. before challenging the gym leaders. I'm not sure if anybody's really heard of it, but there's been a very popular challenge going around the internet where people are trying to get as many Pokemon as they can without using any badges. So suddenly it's no longer a strategy of being overpowered or not. It's more or less how fast can you actually complete Professor Oak's challenge. Okay. Hey champion, you're allowed to enter this game. From now on, I'll face you as a coach trader. Are you ready? Okay. Now, I don't have to worry about him taking out, like, Pikachu as much, now that I've actually kind of finished the game. But I still am kind of worried for taking out Mewtwo. I remember this place was really difficult at one point. Well, we learned a couple of moves out of that. We pretty much removed our double team and went extremely aggressive, and we moved it at the perfect time, because look, we are already facing a Rhydon. Okay, so we get to use Splishy Smash, and we also have Floaty Fall. So that's like his Surf now. He doesn't learn Surf, yet he still is able to kind of surf. But he does have a surf move, it's that instead. I should have known. Okay, this guy is all about using ground-type moves. Too bad he's pretty weak, though. Did you expect me to be, like, lower level or something? Yeah, this is so much easier now that we have Splishy Splash. Stun Spore, I think, is the bad one. Okay. Interestingly enough, my other Pokemon didn't grow in level after that. It's pretty interesting. Dude, this team is just set up in a way where Splishy Splash will just take him out. Pikachu is still very hard to use against ground types. Like, the Brock battle I did remember was pretty slow at one point, but with Splishy Splash, it's so much easier. Holy crap. I just, like, blow for everyone. We're gonna remove Withdraw. I never like to withdraw. Okay. There we go, and now we are facing a water type. This is the type that we can take out using our actual good move, Thunderbolt, which I buffed up with a lot of PP before because of just using it all the time. I'm glad they at least gave you a water-type move. Like, that means that you literally are able to destroy opponent Pokemon using that. Easy. Yeah, that trainer wasn't really trying hard enough. I just got money that time. I didn't even get any Pokeballs for winning. We're not going to probably do a repeat Elite Four yet, but maybe in one of my next episodes I'll dedicate my next video to finding out if we can do that. I figure since we have 3 starters that we can get throughout the game, we may as well evolve them all as fast as we can. Yeah. Come to think of it, this challenge is probably going to be very annoying to do on the Misty Split, just because of these 3, since you have to level them up all the way to level 36, I think. There are a lot of trainers you could battle, but I am still kind of worried that I won't have enough balls for that. Oh, and if in case you're wondering how I'm going to catch so many Pokemon with so many little gems battled, it's gonna be pretty difficult, I will say. But I'll have to use a couple of tricks. Mega Horn, one of the best bug moves in the entire game. Wow, okay. Now, we don't actually battle anything in the Cerulean Cave, so I don't... This used to be really scary to go through, because back in the old days, it would be so hard to do anything here, but, yeah. Now, the reason this is my first stop is because this is the only really endgame content that I can think of out in the top of my head, because Cerulean Cave is just pretty long, has a lot of stuff to it. It also has some really rare Pokemon, like I heard Chansey shows up here. Blissey even. That's like in the original game that shows up here. But at a very high level, like at level 60 or 70 or so. Tell me why Psyduck's in this cave, by the way. A Psyduck. I have no idea why that's there, but... We, of course, are going to be exploring to try and find all of the items. That's the other part, so... Now we need to figure out which ladder will go the correct way. We're not necessarily getting all the items this time. We're probably going to be just trying to items. Oh, and yeah, you get Maxler, which means you can actually make more Pokemon show up than usual. They mainly put that because if you're going to be catching a lot of Pokemon anyways, you might figure out, like, may as well do that. I still like this game. It's like its own unique thing. And this is all while still having that old Generation 1 background. Like, Gen 1 is what started it all, so... This is definitely really good. I can see some people playing this as their only game. As for me, I kind of prefer Sword and Shield now, because now that that's out, so better. But this game has, like, its own thing, like... It basically took Pokemon Yellow and pushed it to, like, another level, man. Isn't Mewtwo one of those legendaries where you have to battle it before you can even catch it? I see kind of a way through. What I like about this... Whoa. I bet catching some of those big boys will give you a lot of experience, but... Yeah, I forgot to tell you, in order to grind in this game, you basically have to catch, like, the big boys. And I obviously don't know how to do that. I've never really grinded well. It's hard to know exactly where you go. Okay, I just went all the way back to the beginning. Well, this maze is definitely still pretty confusing. How about top left instead? If we can, like, figure out a way to get... Oh, there's one over there. You can clearly see it off to the right side. Maybe one of those is the correct one. Yeah, this one's gotta be it. Okay, I think we found a way to advance on. It's kind of interesting. Instead of going upwards, you go deeper into the cave. Well, I guess that makes sense. I figure I would go through this first because I don't think the playthrough would really be complete if we didn't have a chance to catch Mewtwo, so... I'm doing this mostly to catch Mewtwo. And I went back to that trainer too because I forgot that. I wanted to show that off in the walkthrough. Keep in mind, it was a blind playthrough, so I didn't know exactly what he taught me. I guess since I was allowed to teach a certain section of moves, I could have had that. Like, for the early game especially, I think that would have made Pikachu actually kind of OP, now that I think of it. Well, it's not necessarily OP, but if you did this run on the EV version, and you actually got those moves, you would have so much type coverage. It's actually crazy. Like, if you did that and played with items, I think this would be, like, one of the easiest challenges for you to complete. Oh, here we go, boys. We found Mewtwo. Mewtwo the big boy is back. We have to face it in battle now. By talking to it, we start a cutscene. Obviously, it's too strong to beat normally, so we have to battle it first. Interestingly enough, it gives you both a time race to take it out, but while also, so you only have 5 minutes to take it down. That's kind of tough. 2 X attacks, 2 X specials, and an accuracy. Just to try and take out this annoying person. This Mewtwo. I did have the right idea of trying to lower all of its stats, but probably could have done a little bit better if I had a different Pokemon to lower its stats first. Okay, we need to be really quick with this. 5 minute time limit is actually kind of annoying. And there we go, with the worst start possible. When it uses vets like that right away, it's usually the worst. Double. So, for the beginning, this is the worst RNG we can get. And of course, both of them hit, too. I better use Amnesia pretty soon. Still using Sidekick. Now X attack. It's being super annoying right now. All of the things right away. We're forced to heal again very early on. Well, I guess using a third one would have been beneficial, but... Come on, buddy, you've got to use Amnesia at least once. There we go. Now we can X accuracy, heal the next turn, and then if it Amnesia's again, we could just start attacking it with Iron Tail. By the way, this is our first using of an X accuracy in a while, actually. Yeah, I would never do any of that. Goodness of a RNG. And yeah, remember, it outspeeds us, so unless we get several Mijas... Ooh, we didn't even get a special defense lower at all. Now it's gonna go for recover, meaning we're gonna actually use this turn to get a free heal. I'm not about ready to get wrecked by that again. Except that it was more aggressive and wanted to try and kill me there for some reason. And then it goes for a cover later. It's the first time Mewtwo's ever done that pattern before. Very tricky Mewtwo. We basically have to spam Iron Tail to get defense lowers. This is what we need. But it'll usually be looped into our cover after that. I know that it can potentially not do that. So I guess if Mewtwo for some reason decides to be an aggressive idiot, I'll do that. Also, I think if he doesn't have infinite PP, he would only be able to use recover about 5 times, which means it should run out before the match time gets over. And I use Dex accuracy so I wouldn't have to worry about missing as much. We didn't even get 1 defense lower. We got 2 defense lowers the last time we used Iron Tail this much. Well, actually, we're kind of slightly chopping off his HP. But we need that Iron Tail defense lower right now. There we go, finally! This is like our last chance right now. Ah, thank gosh! We finally took it down. Beg to freeze it in place. We'll use... More likely to get an item. Slightly more to get an item. Calms wild Pokemon. Let's do that. Oh, it just... threats, he goes after it. Wait a minute, does it just block all the Pokeballs now? My goodness. You're forced to use a Master Ball on this, I think. Probably wasted a lot of time with that, but... easy. We finally did it. Goodness, that took forever. Oh my gosh, all these levels. Yeah, that was longer than it needed to be. We're gonna probably thin it down as much as we can. The only reason why I did that is because this game isn't complete unless you catch Mewtwo. That's why I did that. Mewtwo actually tried to knock it away for a few seconds, but now we actually got it to after all of that. Does Pikachu have a way out of this? Secret techniques. Nothing. So, unless we have, like, a dig Pokemon, I'm gonna actually look for that. We have a lot of Pokemon now. Does it really not have dig? It has dig, but for some reason it can't be used here? That's super weird. Well, I'm obviously not going to stay in this area for the entire hi-ho, so leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe. That was Cerulean Cave, and a pretty pathetic attempt at it, but we were able to finally catch Mewtwo there. That's the main thing I wanted to do. I wasn't able to show the cutscene, but, well, that happens. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.